So today guys, I'm going to pose a question to you. Can someone built for strength excel in a sport like golf that requires precision and finesse? Will their perceived lack of flexibility, finesse and endurance count against them, or will their sheer strength be an advantage? To find out, I've invited my friend John Craig, who is a fitness coach, nutritionist, bodybuilder and just an all-round good guy onto the channel for a 9-hole Texas scramble. So let's get into it. Yeah, so as I said in the intro guys, we've got a special guest today. This is John, so John Craig. So
Hello.
He's a fitness coach, nutritionist, has his own app, has his own clothes brand. I'm going to put the links to everything in the description of the video, so his YouTube channel, his Instagram. Basically does like online one-to-one coaching, huge following on Instagram, goes to the same gym as me, just an all-round good guy. He's helped me out a lot with strength, mobility, flexibility exercises. So we're going to do a 9-hole scramble here, and again, the whole idea of this is just to see how somebody built like John copes with the game of golf, you know, that involves obviously a lot of twisting, turning, etc. So 9-hole scramble, John, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it. Right. Good start. Just up the right. Yeah, right side of the fairway. So a lot of these holes are on a winter green just now, which is unfortunate. It's been really cold here the last few days, so it's going to be pretty short, but it's just a bit of fun. You know, it's not a particularly serious video. John hasn't played golf. I should have said that in the intro. John hasn't played golf for 15 years, and before that it was high school. So
Primary school.
Oh, primary school. Up.
Oh,
It's away.
best shot of the day.
So what actually made you want to get into bodybuilding, John? And why?
Main reason for me really was when I had kids. So I used to like drinking a lot. I used to obviously working. I worked offshore, so you'd come home.
Used to?
Well, I don't really drink much anymore.
What can you? I do. Too much.
So I was drinking, and I decided I'd start travelling, going different places. That's where I met my wife actually. So what ended up happening is drinking all the time in Carnoustie to travel in the world drinking, and I ended up having
Thought
kids.
I need to do something here, or I'm not going
Well, I need to do something. So I ended up, once I had my first son, I decided I need to have a bit more disciplined life. I need to do something that sort of gives me some focus in life. So
Bodybuilding,
started doing,
was that in the army as well, you said, eh?
well, I started doing some weight training in the army, which was really low level, and realised I was a lot stronger than most guys. So I really enjoyed it and just kept sort of focusing on that.
Yeah.
Got more and more passionate about it, and it's like anything, you know, you keep going and you try to do a little bit more and a little bit more, and then started getting good at it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got more passionate about the nutrition side of things and actually the discipline and the hard work rather than being like a competitive bodybuilder.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And that's what inspired the app, the coaching program and that, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of moved into coaching and the just a sort of natural progression from that, and yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. But I needed something. I used to do motocross when I was a kid, and I liked football because they were quite high intense sort of things, and the bodybuilding, the weight training, the powerlifting sort of replaced that. It gave me something to sort of focus your energy on. Gave me something that I could really like put some effort into.
Yeah.
That was missing from my life, so I was replacing that with drinking, because again, it's, you know, you're drinking and you're getting that almost like that adrenaline or something from drinking.
Yeah.
You're feeling the boredom.
Yeah, I mean, to give a bit of context here, like I go to the same gym as John. That's where we met. Like, I try to keep myself in decent shape. I'm not too bad, but a little bit different here, is it?
You're breathing in.
Let's see. A good one up another hole. We play from there, and then we take the best second shot, and we both get 2 attempts at the putt as well.
I was going to say, because when you started explaining that at the start, I had no idea what you're on about. I just agreed with you.
Not as much.
Thought I was that mini club I took again.
Alright, second shot on 10. A little bit short. Winter greens again, so. Oh, it's really bad.
Really letting us down here,
It's a
Danny.
really awkward shot actually, but not that awkward. That was terrible. Jeez, right, John, pull us out. Well, it's better than mine anyway. That's
I do much
yeah,
prefer
sorry
that
about
mini
that.
swing.
I just didn't really know what to do there, Scott. I didn't really see where you could land it because of that ridge. Taking my second shot just, I mean, John was just there. Not very good effort from myself there, I have to say, so we're under pressure to save par now all of a sudden. Pretty good though, yeah. Okay, pretty straight, John. Didn't do an awful lot. Knock it in. Hit the pin, hit the pin, hit the pin.
Whoa,
oh, good effort.
bit too much.
Bit pacey.
Mike's playing at the normal green.
See, I'm used to playing on the them summer greens, so
Right, in for 4 on the first hole, not too bad. What are we thinking score-wise prediction, John? Like, I think if we can get anything under par, that would be alright.
yeah, it'd be
Probably be okay.
well. With that,
I mean, you haven't played golf in 15 years, and even then that was one round. I haven't played a whole lot. Yeah, I think anything under par would be acceptable today. Okay, so 11th hole. Again, we're a little bit forward here, but it looks like it's... Actually looks like it's on the full green, doesn't it? I don't know if it is or not, it's maybe just short, but... bunkers up the right hand side. You'll see we're going to do the drone a little bit different in this video. So let me know what you prefer, guys, from previous videos where the drone footage has been on its own. We're going to have it down in the corner here. So just let me know if you prefer that or the old way. Straight away par 4. Can't see a thing with that sun. No idea. Felt alright. Oh, that's good.
you
You're
can't
one-
see a thing.
That's good. Just up the right.
So we off to the right.
Yeah. Oh, what
I
did
have
we
to
do
say,
here
I do
then?
prefer playing with them irons than the big frying pan thing.
Yeah, they'll be easier to hit, yeah, for sure. Like a driver's an easier club to hit in some ways because it's got a bigger head, but it also exaggerates faults more than other clubs as well. What do we do here if I can't find mine? Right, so considering none of us could see the tee shot, it turned out really good, just there. In fact, I'm not using this, this is stupid. Am I? No, I'm going to putt it. I'm going to putt it. Yeah, so good tee shot. A little bit left to right. Try and knock it in for a deuce. It's not moving. Thought it would break to the right. Yeah, that was very strange. Right, try and do better than that, John. That was pretty crap. Yeah, good. A little pacey as well. What's surprising me is they're actually fairly quick for winter greens. Yeah, they're not actually all that bad at all. Little right to left. Oh, for birdie. Oh, pulled the. Right, John. No, you were a bit here, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit there. I should have marked it. Right, a little bit right to left. Try and do better than I did. Oh, you. Oh well, that's a
language.
total. Yeah, no, I'll let it that out. Don't worry. Easy the second time. Oh well, just a par. Not good. The putting's very, very rusty just now, I have to say.
Speak
I
for
mean-
yourself, Danny.
I was speaking for myself, yeah. Sorry mate, I wasn't meaning that at you, don't worry. So John, there's obviously a bit of a common perception with bodybuilders that they can be a bit, you know, intimidating and maybe a bit like it's their whole life. You know, do you agree with that? What do you think? I mean, from knowing you for years and knowing other bodybuilders, I would say, in my experience, the biggest guys in the gym are generally the nicest guys, the most approachable. It's the guys trying to get there that are often the ones that are tarnished with that brush, I think, and maybe fall into that category. What do you think?
Yeah, I think one of the main things I didn't really want to get too involved with bodybuilding was because I would go to these gyms, these more extreme gyms, and you know, like you say, the biggest guy in there was normally the soundest guy there.
Yeah.
He's so helpful, he'd help you with anything.
Yep.
But you had the guys below that who wanted to be like him, maybe overusing a lot of things, you know, doing a lot of stuff, and they're a little bit jealous, and they were there probably for the wrong reasons. So this guy who's a high performing athlete, he's a bodybuilder, he's doing really well. He doesn't really have an ego, he doesn't really have anything to prove to anyone.
Yeah.
It was the ones below that who wanted to be like him was the ones that it put me off the sport totally. And then you had these, you know, I just couldn't, I didn't want to be associated with people like that. So when I got into weight training thing, I always tried to be that guy that was trying to help people. And I want people to go in the gym and have a laugh. And I think when you go to the gym when we're there, everyone speaks to each other.
So, I mean, we go to David Lloyd's in Dundee and it's just a great atmosphere. Everybody talks to each other, helps each other. John's the one guy I see that never has earphones in because he's always chatting to people and or recording some content for his channel or whatever. But,
not training.
Not actually training, no. He's there for 4 hours and does 3 sets. It's incredible. I don't know how these muscles must have grown themselves. But
one of the things I found actually really nice was that there was a girl was new to the gym. And she come up to me and she says, do you know, she says, I looked at you from a distance and I found you quite intimidating in your tank top and all the other stuff, your skinhead. She says, but actually in here, she says, you made me feel so welcome. And I says, oh really? I says, I just say hi, how are you getting on and things. And she says, yeah, but that's enough. She says, we never really spoke to each other. She says, yeah, that's enough for me just to feel welcome in here. And she says, the 1 or 2 times I asked you, how do you use that machine? You just sort of showed me. And she says, it changed my perception of what bodybuilders and that are. So I never referred to myself as a bodybuilder because I don't compete in the competitions. And because of that stereotype that you said, I tried to distance myself from bodybuilding. But do the training and do the lifestyle without actually being too, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm all this. It used to really put me off. It was the one thing. I like the hard work, the discipline, and the, you know, having that structured life and something that allowed me to be a role model for my kids. So that was the thing I liked.
It's a getaway as well, isn't it? I mean, I think a lot of people, including me, I enjoy it because it gets you away from the stresses of work, the stresses of life, sometimes some bad golf. For me, it's also, I go because I want to be playing this game for the next 30, 40 years. And the best way to do that is to take care of myself now. You know, limit any injuries, mobility issues and things like that. And just try and make sure I'm fit enough to play the game for the next 30, 40 years. And
do you find though, when you do go to the gym and you're doing the strength training, a bit of building muscle, do you find the ball starts going further or do you find it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't hit many fairways as anybody that watches my videos knows. So it's quite handy for getting out of thick rough and crap like that. But for me, it's just, the general, the strength, flexibility, mobility. I mean, I try and combine it all. I think we've had this chat before that I don't go as hard in the gym as I could because I don't want to, you know, part of today's video is seeing whether getting to a certain size can actually hinder your golf. And obviously we're going to find that out as we go on, but I've always worried that if you get too big and bulky, it's going to make turning difficult. You're going to get a little bit too much use of your upper body rather than, you know, I think I said to you earlier, you want, if anything, you want the downswing to be led by your lower body. But what happens, the bigger and stronger you get up here, it tends to be more this way, which is not good for golf.
Almost like you're swinging an axe or something.
Exactly,
I remember years ago, my dad plays here as well, as you know. You played with each other probably sometimes there.
Dad's like a scratch handicap, by the way, so, you know.
I'm just a wee bit better, but not by much though. So I'd give him a workout plan years ago. My dad was in the Marines, always really fit guy. He played semi-professional football and things. And I gave him a workout plan because he just wanted to keep the bit of muscle. And I remember after him 2 weeks coming back to me, my brother, and he was saying, he says, I can't do that. He says, I gave him quite heavy weight things. And he says, I'm walking about like all day. He says, I'm going out to the golf course. He says, I'm trying to swing a club. And he says, I'm going like that. And he said the same. So I had to change him from a 6 to 10 rep weight training thing to like something that was a bit more endurance, like 15 reps plus. reduce the weights down, so he was still going through the motions. He could keep his mobility. He says, I can barely wash above my, he's trying to wash and he's like, can't swing a club. And it just didn't work for him because he was passionate about getting to the scratch handicap. He wasn't passionate about being out there. You got there,
yeah. You got the scratch, yeah. The holy grail of golf, yeah.
So that was, and I remember him saying that. He says, I'm walking about that. I says, Dad, you're not quite walking about like that.
No. I
know what he means. He says, I know. He says,
I know what he means though, yeah.
like
after you've done a heavy day of chest or whatever, you do feel, and you go in the shower and all of a sudden you can't get your hands above your head.
And then somebody's saying you need to...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I get a similar thing. So I've, a lot of people I engage with online are actually yoga, Pilates, teachers. They've got their own classes and things, and they've given me some really good workouts to try and do.
Yeah.
And like, I try and do some of the things, and with my muscle mass and my mobility problems, which would probably affect my golf as well, there's certain positions, even though I'm actually reasonably flexible for somebody who does bodybuilding training, I can't even force my body into them. It doesn't like try to touch you. Yeah. One of the tests I normally get people to do is try and get your elbows to touch together.
Here.
Yeah, like that. See? And for me, I've got to like really, and I'm actually reasonably flexible, but
literally your chest is too big.
You can't, it's... Yeah. When I was a kid, I could put both my legs behind my head and clap them, so I'm not an
unflexible.
But that's these things. Once you have muscle mass or things that are stopping your joints from moving naturally, you've limited everything. So.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, that's the whole point of the video. Right, so disappointing part there, but it's fine. Like, this is more about information today, just trying to see, we're going to catch up in a few holes' time and see how John's finding it, he's a big guy, and obviously a big part of golf is, being able to turn and move your body, and my ball's just falling off the tee. So yeah, 12th hole. Again, the tee's quite a long way forward here, but a nice hole this one, just straight away again. So just going at that red flag in the distance, John. Hopefully. Oh, I can't hit a ball better than that.
Shot done.
Thanks. It's in there. It's in there.
Follow that, Johnny boy.
What's that, about a 9 iron from here?
Yeah, I like how that looks. Good.
I'll change the colours.
Oh, I didn't know you could change the colours. I like that. 2 fairways, 3, no, 2 fairways in a row. Right, John, nice and smooth.
I think we'll be going with your ball, Danny.
Yeah, I think so, mate. Right, slap bang in the middle of the fairway again, but we've got a really horrible little shot here. Like, there's all sorts of different humps and hollows to get over, and then a really tricky little winter green there. So I'm going to try and land this over this first part, like almost into that little upslope. Little left of the flag, and it'll feed left to right, and then it'll go in. Okay, that's the plan.
Nice shot.
And got it a little bit too far left, but that's pretty good from there. Quite happy with that. Not bad.
Oh, too soft.
Bit soft.
Oh. So we're using your ball again?
Yeah, looks like it. Right, okay, so a good shot in there. How are you feeling so far, John? So
tight.
Yeah, so I don't know if I said this in the intros, but we actually played the front 9, because again, John hasn't played in 15 years. It only seemed fair to give him 9 holes to kind of get loose in that. Tight, how's it feeling mobility wise, backswing?
I think I'll be sore tomorrow. I can feel round my chest, mid-back area, you can feel like it's knotting up. It doesn't want to be in them positions. Yeah. I can feel when I spin, when I twist to the side, it just wants to, it wants to get back central again. I do have a lot of back and hip injuries as well, but I can feel it's a lot of strain in certain areas of my body that doesn't like it.
And there's obviously a big difference as well. I don't know if we should explain this, but there's a big difference between, for example, a bodybuilder and a power lifter. So a bodybuilder's more about working the muscles hard to stimulate growth and get bigger. It's more about the aesthetics. Whereas a power lifter's more compound exercise, you know, deadlifts for strength, their body's moving more, so they tend to have a little bit more flexibility. They don't get quite as big and bulky, so it's a little bit easier to twist and turn. Are you finding that as well?
Yeah, I find that. I mean, if you're doing anything functional, this probably wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
I think for like, so we discussed it on the way around, for like the strongmen and things like that, they probably wouldn't find this so bad.
Yeah.
I do find with people who do a lot of hypertrophy bodybuilding training, they're very rigid.
Yeah.
And this is
Everything's in a straight line, isn't it? And then, yeah.
So when I played this when I was a kid, like 10-year-old or something, this felt easy. Obviously, you're young and very flexible. Now this feels like I have things in the way that it doesn't naturally want to swing that way. So
yeah, exactly.
It's been interesting though. It's
been a laugh.
It's actually,
anyway, that's for sure, yeah.
I've learned quite a bit about my body from even just this last few holes.
There you go. So a fitness coach and bodybuilder of what, 15, 20 years, and we're teaching them something new after 3 holes, eh?
Don't play golf.
Yeah, don't play golf. Right, so a birdie putt, come on, let's knock this in after that disaster on the last hole. I think this is quite a difficult putt actually. Double break. Or not a double break. Right, so just right to left, John. So if you just try and aim it, I don't know, somewhere about there.
Not your tee.
Easy to see my putting needs some work. Oh. That was a better putt than mine anyway. Right, so just a par again. It's pretty, that's fine, just pick it up, John. I'm happy to do gimmies, but that was a pathetic effort, that one. Dearie me. Right, never mind. Level par through 3. Alright, so...
Man, you were lucky against Rangers, Danny.
They were lucky against Rangers, actually, yeah. You're a Rangers man, aren't you?
Sad times.
Yeah. I mean, Rangers might be a better team than Man United just now, to be fair.
Might be.
Anyway, 13th hole. We've got to start holding some putts, John. It's not been good on the greens. I'm trying. Oh. Yeah.
Well, this hole's going to be a disaster.
Winter
I can't
golf,
drive.
eh? Yeah.
You have noticed that I use
I
use an iron now.
Everything is so cold. But wow, that was the ball's still moving actually. I don't know if you can see that. It's actually still rolling back down that hill there. Lovely. That was good. Might end up having to take yours, John. Oh, Christ. Well, I can honestly say I've never been here off this tee. I think we've got further to go than I've just hit that tee shot. 167 on a hole that's probably 300 yards.
I think you need to work on your distance, Danny.
Yeah, I need to hire a bodybuilding coach.
I'll see if you click the link below.
Yeah. You know a guy?
I know a guy. So, I see an opportunity here.
The worst shots I've ever seen back to back from you in my life.
I'm at a loss for words.
Since you joined,
John, just so you can, what I've played with that plan in there, pal.
so you have played golf before, yeah?
This is well, we're certainly taking yours anyway, John.
So in the winter, how much are you playing compared to what you do in the summer?
Nothing.
So do you,
I think this is only my third game in the winter.
so do you feel we're not practicing every day that you?
Yeah.
Your golf.
And the problem is as well, like I'm trying to work through some improvements to my swing, which is fine in practice, but when you're trying to take it onto the golf course, but not ever actually been on the golf course,
You're not getting that volume.
I'm not getting any what they call like repetitions in.
Repetition.
So my head's like, you know, the good's good, but the bad's really bad just now because I'm trying to work through improving something, but it's really difficult on the golf course.
How often you play in the summer?
4 to 5 times a week. So all of a sudden you're so sharp, your body's moving properly. There's a lot to it.
Do you feel your flexibility and that changes a lot when
A
you're
little
playing?
bit, yeah. I mean, wow, this is pretty tough. We might make it 6 here, John. Oh, sit.
Have you seen my first couple of shots in here? You'd be quite happy with 6.
It's just so difficult, that. And they're actually running a little bit faster than you would expect in the winter time as well.
I've played crazy golf a few times. This is quite similar.
Yeah, this is. Sit. Come back. Come back. Oh, it's better than mine anyway, John. Good putt.
You obviously don't play a lot of crazy golf.
Probably could have gone proper crazy there and gone all the way up there.
I honestly thought you wanted to putt up this way.
Yeah, right, give it a go, mate. A little bit from the left. Good man, I'm so glad that went in. Here, hang on a minute. So we took your second shot, 4th shot and 5th shot in that hole. Good. So a bogey there, not actually all that bad a bogey after what was a really bad hole, that one. But anyway, on to the 14th. Right, 14th hole, par 3, 164. Winter green again. It's usually, you know, this is 225 of the back tees, but much more friendly in the winter. I like this a little better. Now, the last time I hit this club, it didn't go so well. So let's try and make an improvement on that. I mean, it was better, but still not good. Left. Kick down. Nah. Left side of the left rough, I think. No, there was definitely an element of don't shank it there. Yeah, not good.
Come on, John.
I'm meant to be a good golfer. I was scared over that. Strike's getting there at least. So you were on about the other day in the gym, John, this Pinnacle Golf that you've signed up for. What was that all about again?
Yeah, it was a bit of an unusual thing. I was contacted out the blue by a golfing company, which was quite strange because it was just after speaking to you, and I'd never thought about golf for a long time. So yeah, it's just part of a networking thing and brand building. So basically they'll have my logo, my app, my services, adverts at some of the big golf competitions, and be shared around
You said
some
there was
of
one at the Belfry, eh?
Yeah, so the next one I think the Belfry, Celtic Manor I think was one of them, the Dukes. So, and also I'll be going there for some of the events. And part of that as
special
well.
guest invitations there?
Well, yeah, I do actually. So I think I get three 4-balls that I can give to my clients. They kind of recommend you use them for business deals, or you know, for people who play golf. You might sign them up for a year and say, well, there you go, there's a 4-ball, and they can play 500 courses in the UK. So yeah, it just come out of nowhere, but it's I'm willing to try it to reach different people because I don't normally see much golfers, or
No.
so it gives you a totally different client base.
Do you
I
get many
suppose.
people contacting you about golf through your Instagram and that? Oh wow!
What a shot!
Look at that.
No.
So I hit a practice ball there, guys, just out of interest, and that's it sitting next to the hole. But unfortunately, the first one's not. It's up here. Sorry, John, you were saying?
No, golfer's probably one of the things I've never really had much.
Is that right?
Apart from like the local guys, like you,
Like me, yeah.
You and Scott, and guys you speak to in the gym, but no. I think as you sort of touched on when we spoke in the gym about the not trying to be too bulky for the season, and I think when people see me, although I'm a nutritionist and do a lot of other stuff, I don't actually coach that many bodybuilders. I'm only coaching 2 bodybuilders, but people see me in my physique and think I'm going to end up like him, or he'll train me to be like that. A golfer wouldn't normally come to me. So yeah, no, I don't really get any golfers.
Fair enough. Right, so we've hit this into the worst spot imaginable here. I mean, I don't know if the camera really picks up how severe the slope is, but I'm almost thinking if I go at that, I can't keep this within 20 feet. So I'm going to try something crazy here and play it way up here So I know from playing here that if the ball gets to the front of that green, it feeds it back down the slope. So I'm going to give this a try. It might look really stupid here, but I can't look any more stupid than the last hole where I hit a top and a shank in consecutive shots. So I'll give it a bash. Right, way left. This could be good. Come on, ball. Come on, here it comes. Oh my days. Come on. Come on. Go. I mean, I don't know if you could do any better going at the flag there. That was pretty good.
Further right.
Yeah. The problem is if you hit it too much further, it's going to
Aiming
go...
for the shadow, do you think?
I would say probably halfway between where he hit it and the shadow.
Where were you about here, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, some backspin on it. Oh,
Go
just
on,
too
go on,
late.
go on. Oh, it's trying. Go on. Go on. I mean, two pretty good efforts from there. Right, par putt. Come on. This is... We can't go over par on a scramble, surely. Oh, it didn't break. Actually, oh, went that way. Did you see that? Well, why didn't you say anything? Right, John. About
Outside right.
about there. I thought it was left or right. That shows how much I know. Oh, just the speed. Oh, another bogey.
Have you ever thought about taking up coaching with golf, Danny, no?
No. No, I haven't. I thought it went... Oh.
It'd be a hard sport to coach people in, I think.
Yeah, I don't have enough knowledge for coaching. I kind of have a rough idea how to coach myself and basic stuff that I see in other people, but there's so much more, like, especially nowadays, like, they really go deep into biomechanics and the way the body moves and, you know, why certain things happen in the golf swing reacting to other things, and I just don't know anywhere near enough about it, no.
You see, like, so that is so...
So what I would actually, hang on a second, right, so stand up, stand a little bit closer, right, so not quite as close as that, about there, right, so what I didn't actually notice before, like, you were really crouching, and then the problem with that is, like, if you stand up, look where the club goes.
Yeah,
So if you're standing up through the ball, which you probably are, you're pulling the club further away from the ball, whereas that looks so much more...
In.
Yeah. Better at least.
Yeah, that actually feels like nice.
Yeah, yeah. I
Before it
should have
felt
noticed
like
that before. You were standing really far away from it.
But I think that was so I can do that instead of...
Yeah.
On the left side.
Left, is it?
right over towards the sun.
Should have picked up the ball, did it? Yeah. That's quality, that, eh? How did you actually get into coaching then, John? Was it something you planned to do from an early age, or?
No, it was... I actually used to be very task orientated and driven. Everything was sports, work when I was in the military. And I didn't actually realise how much I liked sort of seeing other people being successful.
Right, okay.
I used to think it was all just about me and I wanted to win and be the best.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, but actually at work I started coaching people outside sports and things with lifting operations, more oil and gas related things.
Yeah.
And the reports I was getting back from people, I was actually really influential, good at helping other people perform and things. So when I went into weight training and things, I started using that similar, not intentionally, but I started using the similar sort of behaviours and helping people a lot.
Well, we said that earlier, eh? You still do that in the gym. You're always offering people advice, and I actually see you in training with your mum sometimes.
Yeah.
Showing her the exercise and that as well. So.
And I didn't actually, it wasn't something I picked up on. It was actually one of my old managers, somebody who kind of sponsored me and mentored me offshore. It was one of the things he said. He said he used to send people to me to coach them because he said I was really influential and he was really good at getting people to develop and things. So I just kind of naturally fell into it.
Yeah. That's
But also, I wanted to do something I actually enjoyed, and it was one of my hobbies. So if you can work and have a hobby that's the same thing,
It's not even like work.
No,
Yeah.
it's a dream sort of job.
Exactly. That's sort of what
actually-
I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel, to be honest. Yeah.
And it'll happen. It just keeps working. I'm trying to do the same thing with mine. But
Yeah, exactly.
I
I
do.
said earlier again, guys, if you like the way John talks, if you're interested in either working with or getting some of his advice, we're going to put all the links to his social media, YouTube channel, etc. in the description of this video, okay? Right, that's it.
So it's quite interesting there. Myself and Danny were just speaking about how I stand, and I was standing like that all the time getting a sore back.
Yeah.
Just by that one tip that Danny gave me there, standing upright.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, it's
two
partly
of
my
the best
fault for not
shots.
saying it 5 or 6 holes ago, but
No, but
yeah,
that's probably 2 of the best shots I've played since you
yeah,
said
yeah,
that.
that was nice, yeah.
Actually feels, and I don't need to work on my body now. I can just
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
big difference.
It's little. That's what makes the game so hard, though. Is there's so many parts to how you grip the club, where you aim, you know, your stance, and then that's before you even swing the thing. It's.
So
I think it's the
to,
hardest game there is.
Up to that point, I was thinking, I don't think I could really play this without doing a lot of mobility or Pilates, yoga, something like that to really open the body up a bit.
Yeah.
And even then, I thought I'd be limited. But actually, with that little tweak there,
That felt better.
it makes it more believable that
Yeah.
you could actually be okay at this. I don't
Yeah.
mean me, but I mean somebody who does weight training.
Yeah, I think so. So, second shot looked good. I didn't realise it looked quite this good. Little tap in for eagle. Back to level par. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Right, so level par with 3 holes to go. All right, back to level par on this eventful scramble. So far, 95-yard par 3. Let's make a 1, John. Come on, that would be a sensation. Let's make a 1. Lob wedge, full lob wedge. Chance. Chance. Oh, it's right at it. Go. Oh.
Hard one to beat that.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
So close.
That was better.
Yeah, I can feel that back's not nice, but
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I'm getting tight as well. So it's not just.
no, it's
just,
actually quite enjoying it from a learning point of view. Actually, it's, not learning from the
Not
golf,
your
obviously. I
finest,
mean,
that one, no.
learning from the body mechanics.
As long as you've enjoyed it, mate. That was
No,
the
I've
whole
had
point
good
of
fun.
today.
That's good fun.
Good. All right. So I honestly thought I had a chance at a 1 there, but it's actually about 10 or 12 feet short. It's a bit disappointing, but we've got to look for birdie. A little bit right to left, according to Scott. My green reading's been so bad today, I called him in. So if this misses, it's his fault. If anything, it actually went right. No, if anything, it broke right.
So what do you think?
I think on the left edge, John. Just on the left side. Oh, what an effort that is. Oh!
Crazy golf expert.
Johnny, boy! I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect that, but happy days. Under par.
Again.
Under par through 16. Lovely. Eagle birdie for the boys to get it back. Lovely. Okay, so 1 under through 17 after John, through 16, sorry, through 16. After John holding that nice putt there for a birdie. So long par 4 this, a little bit shorter today, we're a bit forward. Went to green, so driver over the water. Hopefully, I've actually driven it pretty well on this 9 apart from that 13th hole. So let's try and hit another one. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it's okay. And my microphone came flying off. That's not happened before. Wow.
Have you ever got a hole in 1 on a par 4, or is it only par 3s you?
No, just par 3s. Scotty's had a hole in 1 on a par 4 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. but not myself, unfortunately. Oh, it's getting there, John.
It come out my hand. That was one hand.
So what are you working on just now then, John? What's happening with this app that you're working on and the online coaching and that? What are you doing?
Well, one of the things we've done the last year, I actually took a little bit of time away from coaching just to build my brand a bit more. Just to be able to reach more people. So I'm working with a team have basically mentoring me just now online, and we've designed some ebooks which are basically a book you can take away and it'll show you everything from start to finish how to coach yourself.
Right, okay.
Which is a cheap option. If people like that or they struggle to implement it themselves, they can upgrade to a bit more of a softer coaching, which allows people to get in at a cheaper rate again.
Yep.
And then we have the more exclusive, higher priced option where you're doing full-on coaching, where you're taking, I mean, you can basically be helping people with everything in their life, that not only helping them with nutrition, their fitness, some of it goes into business. As I said before, I used to manage an oil platform.
Yeah.
Have a lot of experience in business things as well, so people like the busy executives and the people have got a lot of responsibility and things like that.
Yep.
I have a good understanding of what it's like to be them, and somebody's trying to help you. People telling you when you want to achieve your goals, just be disciplined and motivated and things.
But it's not as straightforward as
It's not so straightforward. No. So I've been in their shoes. I know what it's like, and our more advanced coaching sort of takes over anything from, like, so we can arrange their meal prep based on what their meal plan is, get it sent to their house and things like that. It goes into that level of details.
You can get it sent to their house?
Yeah, so we would arrange all that for them. So if I built you a meal plan, you don't want nothing to do it, basically you just want to pay for it. I would then go to a company who does meal prep. I'd get it delivered to your house every week, so basically you just need to heat it up.
Perfect,
but again, it would be in between, like, it would be in line with the macros that I designed for you.
Yeah.
People that are that busy, they want everything done for them.
Yeah, nowadays, you know, with the internet, social media, Amazon, everything's convenience. Everybody wants something now, and it's one of the things I love about golf is nothing happens now. You know, if you want to make a swing change, if you want to get 1% better, it takes months of dedication and hard work. And it's part of the problem with golf is people will go get a lesson, try it for a week, it doesn't work, and they'll just revert back to what they did before. They're not prepared to stick it out, and I'm exactly the same at times as well. I struggle with making changes. I actually got a video coming out tonight as we're filming this on how to work through swing changes in the winter time, and if you want to watch that, the link will be in the description of this one as well. But it's just tough. It's keeping that discipline, and when you've got a job and you're trying to start a YouTube channel and you've got a girlfriend and family, kids, social life, everything, it's hard to balance, yeah, for sure. But no, it's interesting stuff.
And that's the people we're trying to work with, and just help them make their life easier. So we're showing them, like, little strategies I used to implement offshore.
Yeah.
Like, I would be working 15 hours a day, but I still managed to find time for the gym.
Yeah.
I still ate 7 times a day.
Yeah.
I was still beating PBs offshore. People tell me I'm too busy to go to the gym and things. Yeah. I'd work 15 hours a day, go and beat a PB, maintain your physique, and then I was still managing my clients online. I was building other business. I used to have a property business, and I was doing a master's degree in engineering at the same time. People used to tell me they didn't have time. But I was learning all these little strategies, and that's what I was able to put into my real life experience. I was able to put in my coaching. Yep. So I was allowing people, probably a lot less busy, implement these strategies that allowed them to be successful no matter what the circumstances. And that's the thing that I notice, the gap in the PT or coaching market, is you have PTs and coaches, which it's okay, but they've went from school into being a PT. They've not experienced the rest of what people are really experiencing, what they're having real problems with. So that was where I was able to plug a lot of gaps for people. Yeah. And a lot of feedback I've had from clients is some of the little tips and techniques I've given them, because I was doing it in extreme environments, they're doing it in quite soft environments, most of them. It's allowed them to be really successful though. It's about making it easy for people, not about this. I hear these buzzwords, discipline, motivation, all this kind of. Yeah. People want it to be easy. They want it on a plate. It just basically could do this, this and this, and you'll be successful. Yeah. You know,
I mean, from my own experience, the easiest way I find it is to just try and implement, like, going to the gym doing a bit of cardio and eating properly as part of your lifestyle, rather than something you have to do. It's just something you do.
Yeah.
You know, like I said earlier,
because you have to eat
the reason
anyway,
I
you
do
have
it
to
is
be
because I want to be able to be, you know, fit and healthy enough to be able to, you know, when I retire, play golf every day and still be able to get out of my bed in the morning. So, no, like I said, I really appreciate you coming on, John. Like, I'm going to learn a lot from what you've said here as well, and hopefully the people in the video will as well. It's been really insightful, yeah.
No, I've enjoyed it. It's been good.
Right, we've still got a couple of shots to hit here though, so we've hit a good tee shot. 125 for the second shot. In the fairway again. I've driven it okay today, considering that shot earlier. Where's the pin? There we go. Right, gap wedge. I feel like I'm going to hole one, Scott. There's been a few close calls today.
Another one.
Oh, pretty crappy bounce to the right. Not bad though. Got a chance. Do you know what, John? I wish we'd said this at the start, because your setup in that just looks so much easier for you to get to the ball now.
Yeah, that's not painful. That's not sore to do that.
Yeah, like
actually
you're
feels,
turning better. You can see the ball starting straighter rather than starting, you know, way left or way right.
I actually enjoy that a bit more. Before I thought it's okay, it's been good, been a good laugh, but it felt like something I wouldn't do all the time. But
Yeah. Well, there we go. We might get you out of retirement. Right, so decent second shot in. Not quite as close as I thought. I didn't quite catch it, to be honest. It was a little bit skanky, but I don't know if I've really described in this video how bloody cold it is today. It's really, really cold. I'm numb. Anyway, let's try and finish another birdie here. Long putt.
Oh, do it.
yeah.
Oh, you did not. Oh, you little... Oh, I thought that was in all the way, eh? Right, so just a little further right than that one, John. Just maybe, I don't know, out here somewhere.
I've got your...
Just... Aye, that's fine. Oh man, I thought that was in. Oh,
too
just... Do you know, you're lining my speed and we were golden, yeah. Your putting's pretty solid though. Your putting's been pretty good. Right, one hole to go.
Probably because my hands are locked in a position. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, just tell you, it's a beautiful night now though. Sun's nice and low. Look up the 18th there. It's just a few degrees colder than you would like. Eh? Like I probably haven't got enough layers on, which doesn't help, but I'm feeling it. Not a problem that Grant Horvat's got in Florida just now when it's about 700 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Right, last hole. 1 under par in the scramble, so that was the goal. So as long as we don't make a total mess of this hole, we're okay. So, it's only 245 to the pin, par 4 today, so chance to finish with a birdie. Oh, unless you do that. Is it out?
Very tight. Unsafe for sure.
Oh, that's not ideal. Might need you here, John. Oh no, bounce. Oh, bounced over. Look at the divot. Oh.
That wasn't me.
Really not far away, you know.
No.
That does feel better standing up now.
Oh wow. Lovely.
You saved us there, Danny.
Yeah, that was a better shot actually.
Smiling again.
Smile. I've been smiling all day, mate. Even through the bad shots.
No, you have to
And
be
there's
fair.
been plenty of those. Right, John, we've got a putt to finish with a par. With a birdie, sorry. So I was actually out of bounds there off the tee, so just as well John was there to save us. Good second shot though, so we've got to look for birdie, maybe 30 feet. 25, 30 feet. This time, oh, finally started to hit some half decent putts though. Right, John, knock it in. A little bit left to right, I think. Oh, hit it.
Oh, too soft.
Too hard on the last one, too soft that time. Pick it up, mate. Right, so 1 under par for 9 holes then, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, John. That was an absolute
No, thanks for having us.
A lot of great insight there. I really enjoyed that. But hopefully you found that interesting, guys. I certainly did. Again, the link to John's channel and his Instagram page will be in the description. If you're enjoying my videos as well, please make sure you're subscribed. It helps out the channel a huge amount. Drop a like. Leave any comments in the video as well. Like I said, I want to know what you think of the drone footage, the way we did it in previous videos compared to this one. So, but apart from that, guys, I appreciate the support. Almost at 800 subscribers now, so not too far away from that magic 1,000 that we're looking for. So just keep supporting the channel. And again, thanks to John for coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
Good man.